We are here. Carrie, run up, be running inside.
Inside.
I find it quiet
Like
all
that.
day today.
Don't worry, I'll talk just now.
Carrie, what going on? You ready
Yes,
for the
sir.
weekend? Oh, you outside. Okay.
Yeah, inside.
All right.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
guys, you know we do it Monday to Thursday, right here, 9-4, Vice and Vibes. You know we're doing it these days. Every other day we have a guest, have some interesting topics, and we just sticking with our formula, right? That's the formula we're working with.
Yes.
And today is TBT, so I think it's only fitted to bring this guest here. This is a man with vast knowledge in the industry. When I say the industry, the entertainment industry. This is a man who has been instrumental in so many careers. That's not even where I want to go yet, because that is the last point.
Yeah.
This is a man who has started from one phase of the industry and went on to do so many things for so many people. This is a man who would have created platforms for so many talents. This is a man who would have dealt with so many people.
Yeah.
And again, this is a man. A little bit I get it talking like he's more than a man, because it's unbelievable to hear the stories from the brother, to see the brother, to be around the brother, and he's still here doing his thing. That's about 2 weeks ago, or a week ago, he would have been a part of the Ascensia. So, and to actually list all the accolades, I cannot do it, because I will leave out thing, it will be off, I ain't doing it properly, because there's so many titles that this man carries. And for DJs, for artists, we know him and we understand his role and his importance, but the world doesn't know how important his structure, his thinking, his backbone, and his presence is for us to just do what we do and what we love. Ladies and gentlemen, bring into the stage, to the mics here on Vice and Vice, Mr. Wendell Naipaul. Now, for TNT, I probably wanted, who is Wendell Naipaul? Who is this man super talking about? I gotta do it. It's unfair for me to do it. Wendell, introduce yourself, brother.
All right. First of all, Wendell Naipaul. Let me thank you, Super, for that phenomenal introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, you forget about 12 more accolades, but we will deal with that later. Yeah. But before I start this interview, it is very important to me, because I would not be here today if it wasn't for some important people in my life.
All right.
So I need to start with that, and then we could get. I will give you the floor.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah,
So first and foremost, my rock, the person that has stood by me through thick and thin for 30 plus years, my beautiful wife, Rosemary Naipaul.
But I want to start the show. You're going to feel bad, boy.
Yes,
Right?
man.
That has been my rock.
Lovely.
She and I were the first people when I was going through my first concert. We hold hands together.
Oh.
And we nervous to walk through this event. And she's been with me ever since. So I want to big up my wife
Nice.
of 30-something years, Rosemary Naipaul.
Large up, Mrs. Naipaul. Hope she listening.
All right. Now we're going on to some very instrumental people. I'll call the names. You all may be familiar with them, but it's good knowledge for people out there, because a lot of people hear about events, but they don't know that, this is the person behind the events. Mr. Cliff Harris.
Yeah.
Mr. Cliff Harris has been responsible for a lot of people's career through Brass Festival, PSA Days, and then Redemption.
Right.
Plus a whole heap of other concerts.
Events. It could be
So Mr. Cliff Harris, pick up Mr. Cliff Harris. This other person, Robert Nurse.
Yeah.
Right, Robert Nurse is management of Destra.
Okay.
Robbie. He's now
Robbie.
Robbie.
All right,
Now in charge of Rentamp and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Robbie.
Right.
I know the name Robbie, not the whole name. Right.
The other person I'd like to mention is, you've heard the name Tower Promotions.
Yeah.
Michael St. John.
Right.
We all know
Mikey.
Michael St. John, Mikey.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Tower, before everything else, Tower Promotion was responsible for a lot of the biggest artists and breaking out a lot of the biggest artists.
What do you mean, outside? Like Jamaica or
Like they
locally?
break them out here. You had a bus in Trinidad before your bus.
Anyway.
Trust what I'm telling you, But I will come back to that. I'll tell you, we have a lot to discuss.
So
Right?
let's not show back there.
Yeah.
Let's relax on yourself now.
Peter C. Lewis. I can't
Yeah,
remember
Peter is the
boy.
boy. Peter is the boy.
Peter is the
Yeah,
boy.
Yeah, Peter is the boy.
Peter and I, together with Marshall Montano and a couple of everybody, Synergy TV was formed.
Yes.
Right.
And
True.
a lot of people out of Synergy TV doing their thing now.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
We'll definitely.
Definitely.
You'll
back
get
to
it.
that.
You'll get it.
The other person I'd like to thank is Mr. Joel Morris, who everybody knows as Signal to Noise.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Signal has given me a
Yeah,
lot of
let's get the one
opportunity.
together. Let me get the one
Right.
together. Yeah. Let's get the one together.
Very quickly, Tony Chow. Let's move on to I have to acknowledge them at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I did a lot of shows for Tony from
Right.
We
Wet Fed to
can say
Right,
the one
right,
together.
right.
I mean, Tony is the boy. Randy Glasgow.
All right.
Of
Yeah,
course,
that one.
right,
Yeah,
Right?
that one, yeah.
Long time when we used to do Insomnia, Island People.
Yeah, I know you.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? And now I want to get to somebody new people. I want to big up Private Ryan.
Yeah.
As a DJ, he's a young entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So I do Soca Brainwash for him every year. It's a very successful event. It's a well put together event. So I want to big up Private Ryan. Benny, who owns Woodford Cafe. Experience. I want to big up Benny.
Yeah.
Right? This other person. Now this person is now when you hear about Stink and Dirty.
Yeah.
He goes by the name of Shane Beard.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
It's a big one.
Yeah.
Shane Beard, I used to bring Shane on Synergy TV and he used to DJ for some of the
I
artists and
remember.
stuff.
I remember.
Right.
And Shane Beard is such an entrepreneur now. It started off with just him and then Funky Monkey. And then it went on to Out in South. And now, with him and Illusions and Voicey.
Okay.
It
Then
now
he's that thing.
became,
All right.
it now became, Shane Beard is Air Committee.
Yeah. All right. So all of a sudden you realize this is a man you need to know if you need to be in the industry,
Yeah.
right?
Hold on.
Yeah. Because he knows everybody.
Right, so Shane Beard, Shane Beard is a man always have my back. So I want to big up Shane personally.
All
We
right.
almost finished. Tribe.
Yeah. Okay.
All tribe
Now you
events.
people, yeah. Now you
Dwayne,
people.
Right.
big up Dwayne.
Big up Dwayne. Talk about that. Dwayne.
Yeah.
Dwayne.
Dwayne, if you have money for super high
Nah, you have
speed-
no money for
Oh, okay.
Let me clear that one. Dwayne
Right.
have no money.
I want to big up Farms from Illusion back to Blue.
All right, back to blue. Yeah, that's
Nice.
a big one. Yeah.
Adrian Chandler, FX.
Oh gosh.
Right.
Top dog.
Right.
Big up
Top dog.
Adrian.
Top dog.
I also want to big up Ultimate Car Care
Yeah.
and Center Limited,
Yeah,
the Boy
Squares.
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 The Boy Squares and Purple Robe, who is Lyndon. Voice.
Why you calling him Purple Rope?
Well, that is his management thing.
Okay.
Don't get anybody business.
No, I don't know the name.
But I want to big up Squares and Purple Robe, big up to the Summer Stage
All
team.
right, Summer Stage definitely
Going to be a movie. So
Yeah.
big up them. We almost finished.
This is just the voter thanks, guys.
Yeah.
The interview started.
Last two people.
Yeah.
I want to big up Matthew Descent.
Okay.
Who the eyes again, boy?
Matthew Descent used to do reggae on the Bay and all that down in
Very familiar. Now,
yeah.
Mass too, you know Mass?
No. Matthew
I know the
Descent.
name, I know the name.
That's my boy, right?
Yeah,
I wanna big him up. He's given me a lot of opportunity. And finally, before we get into the meat of things, I'd like to big up Ricky Ragunanan.
All
Okay.
right.
Oh, yeah, I really want to big up Ricky.
All right.
And that's it, folks, for me. Now let me officially introduce myself. Wendell Naipaul, stage manager,
Stage manager.
producer at Synergy TV,
Yeah.
road manager for Kesty Band for quite a number of years, right?
Okay.
Entrepreneur, and just helping youths in general was my thing. Because long time in radio was few and in between.
Yeah.
So when you can't get your music play on radio, come by Synergy. Come on the Friday Night Live. Come on the
It's true,
Synergy
it's
nights.
true. Yeah.
And bust your tune.
Yeah.
You understand? And Synergy Soca Star was responsible for the voices, the preedies, the turners. And here the ironic thing. Those names did not win.
Yeah.
Those names did not win.
Those winners, yeah.
No. You understand?
Yeah.
But they got the opportunity and they made something. I'm very proud of Voice. Because Voice, went beyond just an artist to now a promoter, a young entrepreneur. He has vibes with Voicey. So I'm very proud of all these people that I've talked about, and in particular the younger promoters. Why? Because now they've reached a stage in their career that they can now turn around and hire me.
Nice,
You understand?
nice.
So Stink and Dirty can now come and say, hey,
Yeah.
we want the best stage manager in the
Right.
country.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, Voicey could say, hey, I want Wendell. Because they've started from humble beginnings and this is where they are now.
Nice.
And I still doing my thing.
Yeah, I like your shit.
All right. Now you can get on to...
Where did the journey started for you, Wendell? You're going from there.
All right. So I lived in Toronto, Canada for about 12 years. And in that tenure, I was studying mass communication. And I have a degree in mass comm. When I came to Trinidad and Tobago, I wanted to do stage management. But the only thing that was, in fact, I did stage management abroad. But when I came to Trinidad, there was only 2 types of stage management. There was only one, basically, which was theater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? It was just theater. So, Queen's Hall and,
Yeah.
you understand? And they already had their
The
stage
crew.
management
Right.
thing.
Right.
So when I used to go to these concerts now, my wife and I, people reaching on stage late. Nobody know what time they're going on. People know what time they're coming off. You understand? So what I decided to do was, Wendell, let me take what I learned in theater and meshed it with bacchanal concerts. And that is how I started stage management in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
I was the first person to do it. I was the first person to bring on that roll-on, roll-off stage in Brass Festival. When man's singing, and the time, and I have a crew pushing them off.
Right. Right.
And then our next crew bringing on the next thing. Because long time in Brass Festival, you're watching Chandelier here, and you had to run down so to hear Charlie's Roots, and then you had to run down so to hear next band, and that is how it was until we say one stage.
Okay.
So that is how it started for me, through theater into that. And that was in the early 70s.
Serious.
Yeah.
You can remember the first event that you stage managed at?
It was Jackson 5.
Wow.
Is this the one you hold
What?
wifey's hand and you were nervous about?
No, it was with Frank
Jackson
Martino.
5.
Frank Martino is the promoter?
Yeah.
All right. So you had to take me back to Jackson 5. So this is your first stage management gig.
Yeah.
And this has to be your biggest show in your career because
No,
it's Jackson 5.
Not the biggest. At that point in time, it wasn't Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just the
So
Jackson
Jackson
5.
five,
It was
yeah,
like
yeah,
Right.
Jackson 5,
Yeah.
Commodores. You understand?
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
It was the Jackson 5. Have you come on
No,
those?
it was like around that.
Era.
no,
Yeah,
I'm
that
saying, what?
era, yeah.
Which one the show was?
Huh?
Where the show was?
I believe it was at the complex around that time. I'm not 100% sure. It was so long.
Yeah. No, boy. Yeah, I give you the hiccups because this is your first show.
No,
Something
it had,
was
it,
all
had,
going
it,
on.
had, it had a lot of stuff that went wrong. You
Yeah.
know? But when I really started to get into the whole meter thing,
He said that a lot of stuff went on.
was with Tower Promotions, with Michael
Okay.
St. John.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I really came there as a reporter to cover the show. And Mikey said
Hold
to
on.
me,
What you report?
But
Yeah.
no, I used to do reporting too for a magazine out
All
in
right,
the States.
let me go back now. Let me
Okay.
go back there.
All right.
All
Man
right.
of many hats.
So you're studying in the States, but
Right.
you also was doing what?
Canada.
You study. So
Canada.
mass communication in Canada.
And then you went to the States?
Reporter, journalism.
But you had to give me that story. Give me the story. When they I started the story when I was 20, when you was 15, what happened?
Oh my God.
I was running away from girls at that time.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to approach. But anyway,
Yeah.
so I was in the States and I studied anything to do with entertainment. So I did a little, small course in journalism.
Yeah.
I came back here and I started to, do a little write-up and stuff before the people we have now.
But who you writing up for?
The events, so for the promoter.
Okay.
Right. You understand?
And you're sending that information to the news.
Yes.
So you come like the publicist, like what we had yesterday.
Yes.
Nice.
So when I reached Tower Promotions, Michael Sir John said, Wendell, and you did stage management? I said, yeah. All right, well, you're running the show. And that was it. That was my first time I ever met O'Brien Haynes.
Who was on that show?
Okay.
Oh God, boy,
You must remember that when the
that was Jacquio. That was Jacquio, Sizzler, Luciano, and a couple others. And that was the show that Sizzler really didn't come to perform. He
was
came as a
somebody
water
towel
boy and a
boy.
towel
Okay.
boy. And Luciano asked me, I have this youth, give him a chance. And Mikey spoke to me, and that is when Sizzler came and saying, it have no white God, don't teach me
Right.
anything. That's all Sizzler boss.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
Jackie
I
was
remember that
Jackie was about 19 at the time.
Yeah.
You understand? And then after that show, he get little charges and thing. You
And next time
understand?
we come use 39.
Right. You understand? Then I also did shows for Umba and Curtis when they brought Vibes Cartel for the first time.
Yeah.
You understand?
Now, when I come long after.
Yeah, but I mean, they had so much. Listen, I had reached 4,000 shows when I was recording each one, and then I stopped. I get too tired. So I have crossed over 30,000 events over my lifetime.
Wow.
Let me talk about some
That's
of your
a lot of
most
experience.
memorable moments at these events, these said events.
I did
The biggest moment first.
for me was meeting Diana Ross.
Oh.
You do a show with Diana Ross.
Okay.
Jazz Festival. Remember? I
Yeah,
said to
jazz.
Jazz.
Okay.
I didn't forget
Yeah,
jazz
jazz.
is bring some classic
Yes.
artists.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
think one of the most memorable thing with that is we was in the Maxi and she wanted KFC. So I said, okay, I'll go get it. She said, no. And she came out the Maxi in barefoot and line up in KFC. Diana Ross waiting
Wow.
for the boxer.
People
Dead.
notice, huh?
Wow.
People did, but I think she was so normal, no makeup, nothing. It's just in a little red dress and that was it. Beyonce. I mean, hearing these people and meeting them is it's two different things, eh?
Right.
Yeah.
Like height difference. Beyonce is very short.
Yeah, hi, the process blow my mind. There's
Yeah.
plenty of people I see, and I be like, yo,
Yeah.
that's different. So
Yeah.
Beyonce
Yeah.
short. And what was Beyonce vibes like?
Cool. Now a lot of people, and you all will attest to this. It depends on how well you know the artist and if the artist know you. Because some people might say, well, I don't like this one because this one's standoffish.
Yeah.
But if you and her or you and he good, they're cool with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they might be uncool with other people, right? But what I strive to teach artists and tell artists in this industry, you need to be approachable. You need to be standing up in our corner and somebody could feel confident to walk up to you and ask you for an autograph. That's how you build your fan base. And when you're not like that, then you kind of lose fans, because they're afraid. Thing, you understand? Now, you have some artists where you have to get through the barrage of security. You understand? Even our local artists and the foreign artists,
Yeah.
But it's all a matter of how we approach,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
A moment that you'll never forget with an artist.
Gosh, boy. Capleton. That is one artist. The other time we brought on Capleton, and I went to the room, and I saw a fish in the bathtub.
What?
Yeah, that was my...
What do you mean fish?
As
Like,
in the hotel room?
In the hotel room.
what do you mean fish? Like aquarium fish?
No.
Like sea fish?
Like sea fish now. So like there was kind of seasoning in it. And things. So I didn't think nothing of it, so I left. I left the room. Then 20 minutes
That's
after
fishy.
now, the smoke alarm went off. Long time Capleton used to work with his cook. So my boy frying fish in the hotel and smoke up the whole floor.
But why had the fish in the bathroom?
Because it was seasoning it was so much with the
It's
whole
too much
band.
shit, fish.
Oh my
Right?
gosh.
And we get kicked out of the room. And we end up staying down in Shaka Cabana, where it's now called Shaka Cabana. Down on that end. That's just one of many examples. But that kind of stayed in my head.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, that weird.
Right? Another time, Junior Gong. We booked Junior Gong to reach Trinidad. Let me say we booked Junior Gong to reach Trinidad 3 o'clock in the evening. Gong took it up on him own self to book an earlier flight. So he must have reached 12 o'clock. And vexed because we come to pick him up 3 o'clock.
So he just in the airport?
Yeah, he just in the airport waiting.
So
I
who
say,
know
but
he
Gong,
was there,
nobody
though?
know you're here.
But they-
man.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
Junior Gong is in the airport.
So-
See him, Junior Gong.
Now, but I'm a real veteran. I'm a real veteran. And then I think my most memorable will have to be Supercat. I don't know if you want to go down that route.
What stories
Uh-huh.
are
Well, we gotta hear the story.
What story?
Well, yeah, some of
How
us
it
heard of
happened?
this story, but I
What
I
story? What are you talking about?
I never hear the full story.
You never hear
I,
the full
yeah, I
story?
never heard
We
the
never heard it
story.
from Wendell. All right, I know what we talking about. I like.
Well,
But we never heard it from you. We heard from everybody else.
Everybody else.
So today, we want to hear from Wendell.
You,
All right.
right.
What happened with Wendell and Super Cat?
all right. And this is about probably 12 years ago, right? There was an event in Mobs 2.
Right.
mainly of Indian descent, right? So at that time, Supercat was, highly intoxicated, slightly, since the airport. So we time for showtime now.
Hold on, man. Let me sort all this first.
Oh, where's that?
Camera.
Oh, the high-tech camera? Okay. You buy that in Pennywise or I find. All right, I look a little slanted, that go work.
No, we go sort it out.
Right, no problem.
Yeah.
So now, how it was set up in Mobs 2, the tents were, Mobs 2 had these cliffs, these big little mountains.
Yeah.
So it was set up, so let's just say this is a mountain here, the tent set up right here.
Right.
So rain was falling. So all the water from there went
coming
into
down.
the tent.
Yeah.
And they had carpet.
Right.
So the carpet get wet and it had a smell.
Right.
Right. Time for showtime now. I say, well, Kat, we need to, head to the stage now. Ting. They say, your bedroom, the scent in the room. Ting. I say, right, here we go now. Let me see if I go and get some incense. And that kind of thing. Now, remember, it's a mostly East Indian people. So you ain't going to see nobody walking around with no bag, clear bag, with no gum and incense and things. So I spent about half hour looking for this incense for this man, boy. Going back now and handing the mic. I say, Kat, I ain't got no incense. But, up! Slap the face. No, you ever got slapped that you're so shocked that you know what to do?
You know what to do.
Yeah.
You're not expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
You understand? So I got slapped the face. I kind of moved forward.
Yeah.
I got kicked the chest.
What was all that?
All that.
We didn't have what he kicked.
I
Nobody
never want
slapped.
to kick.
Yeah, I got
I
kicked the
never
chest.
heard
I got
about
kicked the
kick
chest. My boy Johnny Barber was working.
Johnny Bravo,
Oh,
all
yeah,
that time?
All that
yes,
time, yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
How long you here?
that's the next thing I gotta get history on. So anyway, police and stuff was around.
Yeah.
And now I had to make a judgment call. Do we arrest Supercat now at this point in time, or do we arrest him and have 4,000 to 5,000 intoxicated individuals not being able to see the main act?
Right.
And I think that may cause more drama and more
Right,
people may
right,
get hurt
right.
and all that. So I allowed that to happen. He went and performed. He said the bald head promoter, ting, and then after that time I was no bald head.
He was talking about you. All that.
Yeah.
He
So-
upset and talking about
So
you.
anyway, he performed because he didn't get the incense for his room. And plus he was a little intoxicated.
Yeah.
And that is basically what had happened. And when he finished performing now, there had about 20 police on the side stage now waiting for him. My boy Johnny Bravo jump off the stage with Supercat, mic in hand, and walk him straight to the car park and then gone. Yeah. Now I got some calls from certain people, hey Wendell, should we stop this vehicle in the highway and deal with the situation? And I said, no, just leave it. The next time Supercat had to come to Trinidad, the promoter made sure that he and I spoke, and we were good. Supercat can't remember one thing that happened. Literally, honestly, he couldn't remember one thing that happened. You understand? And I've done Supercat now after that incident about 6 times.
Yeah.
Down to
Okay.
down to redemption.
Right.
And we had like
Right.
the best of friends.
Okay.
No, but
Okay.
that is the reason.
Okay.
Right?
That's the
And
story.
That
story.
is the official
Right.
story.
Right.
From the
We,
man
we
himself.
didn't scramble. I didn't fight him back. I didn't hit him and things because I had to study the patrons and
Right.
and the bigger picture.
Yeah.
You understand? But I know in Jamaica, if I had Trinidad to do that, he wasn't leaving there alive.
Nah.
You understand?
Yeah, damn you, Johnny Bravo.
But Johnny is my big up Johnny Bravo. I'm a real part.
What was your first introduction to Johnny Bravo?
I think we had done Mother's Day concert with Freddie Jackson and stuff, and I was one of the persons that kind of recommended him to Michael St. John, and he started to work from there.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. Hi, Mr. Wendell. How are you? Yeah, Mr. Wendell. Yeah, I'll be over there.
Really like Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Are there any questions, sir?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Of
so
course.
let's go. Now we're just touching the
So-
surface, because there's so much thing.
I
And,
don't realize that.
So from you saw the need in theatre or early stage management where the roll on, roll off, you came and you helped to change that the way it was. And now what do you think there is to change from then to
Well,
now?
that has stopped. The roll on, roll off has stopped because one, it's quite expensive to put on events. right? And to put on an event like that with the roll on, roll off,
Right.
you have to have 2 mixing boards on each side and all that kind of stuff. So that has kind of stopped.
Okay.
You understand? The problem today with events is that there are 2 types of events. There are parties,
Right.
and then there are concerts. Now the problem is the ones when the promoters that do parties, when they attempt to do concerts, they think it's a party they're doing. You understand? So certain things they will take for granted. Whereas a person who are accustomed dealing with bands will make sure certain things are put in place. You understand?
Okay.
So like their contracts needs to be seen, you know, if they're working with engineers, that kind of stuff, all that. You just can't, because if you're a party promoter, you just can't say you're bringing a band. Right? It's not a party.
It's a different,
It's a
different
big,
thing.
Big difference. So
Different
you
game.
need to make sure that, you know, you cover all your bases, right? Or you hire somebody that knows both sections of the game,
dynamics, okay.
right? Like me.
All right.
You ever had to come in as a mediator to deal with artists and promoters, artists in the hotel don't want to leave?
Of course. Many times. And then I've also had to negotiate with bands so they could get their money, meaning that sometimes time was so tight that they only had chance for one band to play again. And it have on the side stage now, our next band, that if they don't play, they get their money. So I would bring the 2 band members together and say, hey, here we're going on. We will set up this band. We will take the drummer from your band. We will take the keyboardist from your band. We will take the bassist from your band. We will do one set and we will fit in your singers and your singers so everybody could play.
And
So when the
everybody
promoter
can
called me in the morning, hey, did so-and-so play? Yes. Did so-and-so
Right.
play? Yes.
Right.
So they could eat our food.
Right. I like that.
You understand?
Nice.
So
yeah.
all that is part of stage management. Stage management is just not walking in when the show starts
I'm walking out when it's done.
and walking out when it's done. Because I see people calling themselves stage managers and they coming in all 9 in the night. As a stage manager, I there from 5 o'clock in the morning. Making sure the sound system is up, the stage is up, the sound check run right, and then I stay until the end of the show. When you put an artist on stage, a simple thing like a bottle of water could cause an artist to walk back, step on the water, twist his or her ankle. You understand? Like that
Safety
incident,
measures.
where Nisha B unfortunately fell off the stage.
Yeah.
Whoever was doing that show had a right. Now I have fluorescent tape, I have reflective tape. So and that is a drop down. So you need to tape that off.
Right.
You understand? So they could see. So it's a real technical thing. You understand? Artists, I know that certain artists, I tell them, especially females, they have like these big hoop earrings and stuff. I would advise them, hey, for this performance, I don't think they should wear that because the amount of wires and hooks and this and that, it might get caught up and that kind of stuff. So they take my advice, they go and change the wardrobe and you understand? Because I know the aesthetics of the stage.
Right.
You understand? So it's a,
But Mr. Naipaul,
Yes.
who are you mentoring right now?
none. Nobody.
Why?
No. I think when it ends with me, it ends with me.
So you don't want to see all that you have done?
Well, whoever people now, they picking up the mantle, right? And I wish them. I learned from experience. Experience is the best teacher.
Right.
You understand? So I think let them learn through experience. You understand? Because it's only through that they would be able to gain that respect. You understand? Because it's easy for me to walk in Marshall tent or Bourgeois tent or whatever because they know me.
Yeah.
Other person may not have that privilege. They have to wait and all that kind of stuff. And that only came from years of grinding and working and establishing myself in the industry. Same thing with Synergy TV.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to hop over to that now.
Oh,
Let's start
okay.
about Synergy TV. When you got that call, tell us about that phone call Synergy starting. When did we were you? Who called you?
Peter C. Lewis, of course.
Right. Right.
He said, now he called me for the launch when it was actually launching,
Yeah.
which was the 5th of October 2005.
Wow.
We launched in 51 degrees,
All right.
and we were based in Marshall Montano's barroom.
I want to hear the conversation when Peter called you for the lunch.
Boy, Wendell, boy.
Yeah. That is
I know you're that man always on time, and you know you're gonna have the show running on time, and we want to launch it and things. So, and you to come and just run the show for me. I I said, all right, no problem. After we discussed the finances and he agreed, that was it. It wasn't a call to join Synergy.
Right.
It was a call to make sure the launch went
Smooth.
smoothly.
Right.
The launch,
Right.
the channel,
Right. So
yes.
when after the launch,
Uh-huh.
that is when now they started Synergy Nights.
Right.
And the first person that was dealing with Synergy Nights is our next brethren of mine, Wu, Nigel Telesford.
All right.
Yeah, he was before me with Synergy Nights because they only called me. I remember, even though I'm a producer, I'm first and foremost a stage manager.
Right.
Right.
They called me to do the stage management part of it.
Right.
Then now, as artists had to come late, and then you're struggling to get artists, and the show ain't starting on time, it ain't finishing on time, that is when I get the second call.
Okay.
What would it take for you to just come and be the producer for Synergy Nights?
So the boo
On
boo
Friday.
and call you.
I wouldn't say they boo-boo, but, you know.
The boo woo.
Mr. Naipaul and I crossed paths at Friday Nights Live. And that, listen, everything, he used to be back and forth. Everything
can do
must
it,
be
yeah.
on time. Hey,
Yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah.
this, that. And that is, I think my friend was the one that got the call. I don't know if it was you who contacted her and asked her to just bring some girls on the set. Just bring them. That is how we ended up there. But
Yeah, because what we used to do is we needed an audience.
yeah.
So I used to tell, like, if it have promotional girls or if an artist is coming, I ask the artist to bring his team and that kind of stuff. And so they will sit down in the little benches.
Yeah.
And that was the first. Nikki Cordner was one of the hosts.
Yeah, this is early Synergy days.
Charles
Marshall was the Friday
Marshall,
Night Live
yeah.
when Charles had a real big afro and
Yes,
real forehead
yeah.
and thing. And real, that boy.
When you start to realize that our Synergy night start to catch on it. When you start to
Because
realize
it was the only platform. It was
Yeah.
the only
so
platform.
it catch from first from
It
jump.
came
Yeah.
from, it
A
came
lot
from
of
go.
people
Listen,
used to
when
tune into that, you know.
when we interviewed Sasha, it
Ah,
wasn't even
yes.
Sasha. It was, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brandon Young. Don't
Yeah.
you know, yo?
Yeah.
He wasn't even called Sasha then.
Jabari and Studio 51.
Yeah,
team
all of
were there.
them,
Yeah,
all
it
of
was-
them.
yeah,
Boom
yeah.
Champions came to launch their station at Synergy TV, O'Brien and the whole crew.
Serious?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of them said with the Jay-Z and thing.
Yeah, and then from there we moved to St. James, and then from St.
Right.
James we moved to the Avenue.
Yeah.
Right? And that was 29 years of my life.
So my introduction to Wendell would have been the story. I tell all you off here, but I'll say it on here again because I like to tell stories.
Yeah.
And when they even know it, this is the first time when I actually heard it. I went to Synergy for some reason, St. James studio. And I downstairs, I still youth man trying to aspire to be a
How
DJ.
old were you at that
But
point?
I tried to remember how old I was in those days
Probably about
because
15, 16.
that was saying I
Yeah.
was real young.
Yeah.
And I used to be
Okay.
like, yo, how my parents? I was used to realize
Yeah.
because my mother don't let me do that.
Yeah.
I downstairs and I hear music loud, just how I like to play it too. And I say, boy, it's a radio station upstairs, right? We going upstairs, we in a kind of green room, foyer kind of thing.
Yeah.
Them time in, who was on the wet at the top back then? Fluke.
Fluke, a white boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? Buy editor.
Yeah.
Them time I want to edit too.
Real
He's the
bad.
man.
He was
he's
the top
bar.
of the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fluke. What's his name? Stuff from Fluke?
Yeah. Christian.
Christian Fluke.
Yeah.
Top. But he's not boy, he fly
He was
out.
in Toronto.
Yeah, you get on Drake and them music.
Yeah.
You know. Nah, you probably doing that.
He
'cause
bad,
was
he
the man.
bad, he bad, he bad. And he started off, let me tell you something before you continue.
Yeah.
He started off just packaging little cassettes and things for us, you know.
Serious.
And
Wow.
learned to edit and became the
Wow.
baddest editor. And most of the
I think
cameramen,
Dory learned from
most
them
of the
too.
cameramen came out of Synergy TV. Declan, Dory,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no Declan. I
T.I.,
remember that.
all them
Yeah.
fellas and them come out of Synergy. But continue.
No boy, Fluke was the man. So while I upstairs on like singing, I am on say, Fluke. I think I'll see him for the first time. I'm like, the Fluke man, boy. A white boy, eh? Boom. But I still hear any music upstairs. But behind our door, I sing boy, whoever playing that music behind our door. But the man, he not playing music. Press play. The man is at turntable. It's a scratch. It's too much. Biggie, biggie. I say, boy, this man, real man. That Chinese laundry. We finally get to go in the room. When we go in the room, well, the man don't play,
Yeah.
but the system still there. And I seen this man walking up and down. I said, no way, this old man.
Always.
No
Always.
juggle that day. And I sit down and I taking heat.
Yeah.
I said, but this man, real man. He's just shouting monk at this thing. Them time I tighten as a DJ.
We had brought in Titan, yes.
So Titan originally from Trin City. I see
Yeah.
Titan all my life. I do not know Titan is a DJ.
I'll tell you, I brought everybody. With that time, Titan used to do a little dollar party and things.
But I don't know Titan was a DJ.
Yeah.
When I waited in the studio.
No, these fellas weren't DJs. Understand what I'm trying to? These fellas used to come and play the tracks for the artists.
Right.
They want. You won't see them in no party like Carrie and all them fellas.
Oh.
But over the years,
Right.
first of all, Titan could not talk. He was
Yeah,
not he
he was
couldn't
shy.
talk.
He was shy. He was just shy, yeah.
You understand? And over the years they learned. So and I was so happy and proud that, everybody came through that,
By me and all, because remember I passed through Friday Night Live, so
Yeah.
I started to talk on camera to Smooth, and I never did that
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
So because that is because I
Yeah,
went
well,
there.
yeah.
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 And
Done.
I used to always encourage people to do that. Like right now, the person I'm encouraging is DJ Anna.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anna very bad,
Yeah.
Nice.
but she don't talk.
Yeah.
The only
Nice.
female DJ
Simple
that
is
is
talk all
talk.
the time.
The only female DJ that is talk, really and
Duchess.
truly, is Duchess.
That's it.
Yeah.
But I telling Anna, I say one day you're going to an event and Simo get a flat tire. We come now.
Moving
All right,
on
let me go.
swiftly. Yeah, we're moving on swiftly. Done. I was telling you, so
Yeah.
while I in the studio now and I take
Old man,
you
so
in,
imagine
yeah, you
how
take,
old I was then. right?
yeah, you control anything. I said, but the man is up. He's the general. He see you. Then I see Tyson walking. He be like, oh, I take it. He come here like between Tyson walk on the next side. He be like, where he going? Tyson jockey to the thing. He be like, he's a DJ. I started to say, but I could do this too.
Yeah.
Because I want to be a DJ. I see him every day. I don't know, is here he coming? He always with his sidebar walking to the track flag and now Maxi.
Yeah.
Me, it's there he going, Then I start to watch Synergy and really take it in and say, but the man here tonight again. Because he start to be every night, Wednesday night, Monday night. Sometimes
With,
Devon and come.
Jason.
Jason, he start with. Jason,
Yeah, Jason Williams.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah, I
Devon
remember
and come, he talking. I don't know, what?
And Devon came way after.
Yeah.
After
Yeah, yeah,
Palance,
Yeah.
when Jason had to tour.
Okay.
That is when I say, Devon, come in for 3 weeks now. Devon lasted 3 years. May his soul rest in peace.
Yes.
3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand?
I actually did backup vocals for Devon when
What?
oh gosh.
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Serious?
Yeah, I did. It's on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's
so
on
good on you?
YouTube. It's on
Yeah,
YouTube.
so
yeah.
good on you?
And the thing about the thing about Synergy Hype is that we were, in terms of programming, we were ahead of our time in programming. Because you see that Wayward Wednesday, when
Yeah,
Jason
the
used to
apprentice
dress up
shows,
as
yeah.
Fayan and Bon Jovi, that was a killer. And then we did Ian Allen, and I brought Ian Allen on set to surprise Jason and all them things. And then we started football in the studio with Whitney and Carlos Edwards. And then I started to do cheerleading week and this. So I must pick up Synergy.
Nah,
They
Synergy,
did,
yeah.
they did even for you hype, you passed through there.
Yeah.
You understand? Then we started to do 10 TV
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So I mean, we did a lot. We did a
You
lot.
say that now, I now studied. I went Synergy as a youth man. I work at Synergy as a youth man
Yeah,
too, you know.
I know.
Nah,
I know.
Amazing.
I know. But I want to say
Genuine
something.
and rough
I want to tell you something, hype. One, I am very proud of you from where you've started to where you are now. That little interview show you did, where you was interviewing all these Trinidad artists and things. Few people wanted to jump into that. You were one of the men that, did it. Again, what Trinidad lacking is consistency. We need to keep at it. You know. If I have to say what is Super Hype's most enduring quality to me thus far, I would say your maturity. You've come a long way because you get real cuss from me.
It's super,
Yeah, I got real custom real people.
You get real cuss from me. I mean,
I got real custom people.
but remember, I was just doing it for your own
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It was
No
never.
hard feelings.
It was never. It was never. No, I just letting you know.
Yeah.
It was never something that was coming from a bad thing.
anger.
It was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to let you do your job
Yeah.
Better.
properly and
Yeah.
better. And now you've reached in a position now where you could even have me now. And I appreciate that. You know why I appreciate it? Out of everybody. And I say this with no apology. Yeah? And I want to say this to the public. I have done so much for Trinidad and Tobago in terms of entertainment that I get no recognition. And one of the promoters told me, he said, Wendell, if you're getting into this thing, I want you to learn the first rule. There's no loyalty in this game. There's no loyalty. And I've lived to see that. You understand? And I think you are probably the only person right now that giving me this opportunity to get my own damn flowers that I deserve.
Nice.
Yeah. But not only you, everybody, boy.
Yeah.
Again, everybody, it, boy.
Well, all right. Well, but I is one of the big ones.
Yeah.
I ain't sure what you say.
You deserve it.
Thank you.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
And I'm
Everybody. I give it everybody
I'm
one.
glad to see that
I go in a garden home.
you find space in your programming
Yeah.
to give everybody that little opportunity because they need to be heard. The public needs to know because all the public does is buy the ticket and turn up to these shows. You know. They don't know what happens behind. And in the next series, I assume, we're going to talk about events.
No, you need to come and talk about every event. So try to remember. So don't go and
Out
think
of
about
those
everything.
4,000 that you recorded.
More than.
More than.
Yeah.
Yeah. We even talked about the DJ career too.
Yeah, I started as I was the original Pakistani because I used to do a lot of accents.
What you mean? What that is about? I don't know. Remember, it's only.
Okay, so I used to work with First Priority Music,
Right.
and we started First Priority Music.
Just hold up. So
Punkalunks, you know Punkalunks?
No.
Punkalunks Factory?
Punkalunks Factory.
Right.
So it was him and I. He had now started.
serious.
Yeah, and I used to do more the mixes and thing until he started work 4-track and thing, and he get real bad.
When they look speeding, just so.
Yeah.
Remember, you know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. So hold up. What area you originally from?
What area?
Yeah.
Shogunas.
Shogunas, from
Yeah.
Shogunas area.
Yeah.
Pongalons from that area too.
Yeah,
So that you're bridging from long time.
Long time. Yeah.
So they used to DJ together. You DJ.
I
you
used to more DJ. He never used to mic.
Okay.
I was more the live person. He used to do more the mixes on the 4-track machine.
Okay.
But then now when we
Right,
started to get
right.
calls to Canada and stuff, they want to see live mixes. So I had to
So
roll
which
with
were the
him.
names back then?
Yeah.
What was the name?
FPM. First
Okay, that
Priority
was always the
Music.
name.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I used to now come and just play the live part of it, and then he would play the mixing
mix. You
part
would
of
have
it.
a mix set
Right,
right.
until he developed his mixing skills, which he
You
was real
understand
bad
what's going
at.
on there, Carrie?
And then we used to
That's
warn
all
him.
before its time, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, and then now we used to call up Rhythm Nation, we used to call up Chinese Grocery, we used to call up this one and say, all right, here we're going on. We need to sell cassettes, so let me pretend we won. So I used to come and this
Wow.
one and this one and this one. That time we was good friends, but cassettes selling like rain. You understand? And then Chinese Laundry, when he used to do all these wet fets and things, he used to call me to do the accents. Because I had different voices. I had the original Pakistani, which is quite good. I am telling you, I am the bomb diggity.
Yeah.
And then we used to do the Chinese. So, Brother Ling, you kill my teacher. I'll kill you.
Well, I never know. Well, I never know. Well, I never know. No.
Listen,
No.
I need to cut my you for some more lessons.
So what used to happen in those days, it had like 4 different Chinese characters, right?
Yeah.
So it'll have the Buddha. The
That-
Buddha.
That's the things on the cassettes, or
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
say?
Yeah.
So the Buddha now never used to like to fight. So he used to be like, Sir, my children, this is a house of worship. Buddha's name be praised. That was the Buddha. Then they had the one who looking for fight. Sir, Fong Su Quan, you kill my teacher. I'll kill you. Right? And then they have the one now who don't want to fight. Brother Lane, please sit down. Have some tea. Tea? You dirty bastard. I'll kill you. So I used to do all these things for commercials and all
Wow.
that. You know?
Wow.
So I was a man of many talents.
Right.
All those
right.
commercials with all the different, and then I've got a good English. You know, I never been to London. It's bloody good, isn't it?
Right,
I know.
right.
So we used to do a lot of that, and you know, a lot of voice. So all before this thing used to happen, voiceovers and thing,
Yeah.
I used to do that.
I call you, man.
Yeah. And
I call him for some ads.
Sir, 94.1 FM, boom champions. Don't be a fool. They're the greatest.
I love it. I love it.
That's what watching real kick up long time.
Yeah. But,
Yeah,
but
not
yeah.
do. You know what you
But yeah, so I mean, and that from the DJing, then I traveled abroad, and then I started.
So which one you
My
have?
journey.
Okay, I know you probably love all, but which one you have the most
Ah,
passion
stage management.
for?
Stage management. Stage
That your baby.
management.
Definitely.
That's my baby.
Right.
And
right.
because even in Synergy, remember I had to stage manage the Friday Night Live.
Yeah, and you will have birthed so many things off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a no-brainer for sure.
And artists, I mean, I'm so proud. To a lot of the artists that pass through Soca Star, you know. But you see, a lot of the artists now, they don't have what we lacking in this. First of all, this is my personal opinion. I don't think Trinidad and Tobago have an industry. I think what we have is a hustle. Right? That's the first thing. I think also we lacking managers. We don't have managers. What we have is booking agents. Hey, bet you not get a gig for you down by a bar. Or bet you not get a gig for you. Understand?
Wow.
A manager is somebody that will go out there seeking interest. Look at Marshall. Marshall just dropped that Dave Chappelle thing on we there. That is management. That is having the correct engine behind you. People like Kes the band, great band, but they're doing big things out there.
Yeah.
Management.
Yeah.
Other people, Ian Pantin also, great manager. He took Bungie from where Bungie was to where he is. And then, as life moves on.
Yeah.
So, Faye will, and Faye studied to be entertainment law and all that kind of thing. So, things morph into things.
Yeah, I actually approached Pantin to manage me.
All right.
He never returned the calls.
Well, boy, probably.
Manage yourself.
Yeah. But,
And every time you see me, I don't talk to you. Every time you see me,
no boy. Ian Pantin is my boy.
I don't talk
Oh
to
my
you.
God.
Every time you see me, I'm like, for the last 5 years, you don't talk to me. You make up your mind when you're talking to me.
This other gentleman, he's young in the game, but he does a good job to see on Isaac.
Yeah.
You know? Good soul. So, I don't know what else you want to talk about. There's so much.
Yeah, we have a voice note here. I saw.
Oh, God, you better play it first.
Yeah, I hope it's now. Up.
Blessed night, boom, Carrie, Super, Rhonda, Mr. Naipaul or Wagas. Quick question. Have you ever done any stage management for a vintage calypsonian such as, like Cockroach, Chalk Dust, these type of vintage calypsonian, or even serve the calypso monarch?
All right. Good question. Yes, well, let me start. I've done Soca Monarch on many occasions. In terms of the vintage soca, I've probably done a few, not consistently, but I have done shows with artists like the Sugar Hollows, the Barons, the Coco, Papi, Roy Cape, Shadow. I've done shows with all
Are
of
they
them.
easy to deal with, the Calypsonians?
They come from a very old school program and that kind of stuff. Now, there are a few that are quite difficult, and then there are a few Baron will come in and just Shuma will just deal with everything, and Baron just cool.
We got to Mama
Okay.
Yeah, you understand? Sugar Hollows, Coco. I'm gonna tell you. That time I interviewing Sugar Hollows, not Sugar Hollows, Coco on Synergy TV by Marshall set there. And something Jason tell him and he laugh and he gun fall off the waist. Live on TV.
Okay. Okay.
But and through that I've had the opportunity to meet so much icons.
Yeah.
Alison Hennessy. We interviewed her before she passed. I've spoken to Dominic Kalipasad and Jason himself has interviewed over 20,000-30,000 people.
Yeah, for sure.
During his tenure.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was my job
Jason.
to get these guests, Jason had it real nice, First, Jason used to come an hour before. Then he started to come half an hour before. Then he started to come 2 minutes
They
before.
started walking.
Then he started walking while the show started.
Walking while the show with us.
But being a producer, Jason have all the cue cards, all the information on everybody. They run in order the show, so it will look like you know what's going on.
Right.
When I do certain events now and I ask for simple things, it comes across like I'm asking for a lot.
It looks like you're a diva.
Based on the training I got from you,
For example.
them same cue cards. So if I come to a show and I go on a show, what the cue cards? Cue cards?
Yeah, they don't do
So
it.
you want me to write down that for you? So
Yeah.
I be like, well, that's where I learned it from.
Yeah. And you see, that makes that, and that's why I tell people, like, if I am stage managing an event, I will give you your call time.
Yeah.
I will tell you what time to come for.
Yeah.
You will get a cue card on every single artist that is
Artist.
Right.
performing,
Yeah.
a brief history on everybody. But it also falls on you to know your talent,
To know-
right?
yeah.
As well. So just, the night before, just do a little read up.
Yeah.
But remember, on the
homework.
night, you'll have so much things happening. So you will know the running order, you'll have the sponsors, you'll have everything. So it's my job to make the show run smoothly.
Smoothly,
And that is what a
right.
lot of people don't do.
Yeah.
but they call themselves
I
stage
was-
management because I'm sure you've been on shows where you're lost. You don't know what going on.
You know what going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Who next? If I go in stage right, I go in stage left.
Yeah.
If the artist coming on, now he's starting on stage. What going on?
Yeah.
And then I looking like a diva. I'm like, but that is basic protocol.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah, it is.
And then the camera rolling and I just had to keep smiling. And next.
Yeah. Now,
Like,
live
and I-
TV, I mean, it's live.
Yeah,
a lot of
live.
things happen on live TV. So, a lot of people ask me, so Wendell, what happens if you book a guest, you're live, and the guests don't turn up? What do we do?
Keep talking.
Keep
cameraman.
talking. I have
Plenty
plans.
times when I was
We go to games, we go to this, we go to news. You understand what I'm saying? We play some videos, we analyze some videos.
Yeah.
You always need to be prepared. Another thing with me when I do Friday Night Live, I overbook my show. So if it's 8 guests, I book in 15 guests. You know why? Because if 3 ain't turn up, I know I have an
Right.
extra
Yeah.
thing. So the show,
Yeah.
nobody will know the difference.
I must say, you just ting me up there. There's something that shine a light on you know. When I first, I met Wendell with him. When I started work with Wendell and seeing who Wendell is now, it's 2 completely different people. there.
Please.
You hear this person? You're talking there. Don't know this man talking there. Food all there. When I started working with Wendell was dreaded. Anytime you don't come in there.
Is though.
Anytime you don't come in there, especially right now, just because you're not serious.
I don't see the change.
I said,
No, I have to.
no, the man real change. Hear how the man real change.
I have to.
So last year for Summer Stage, we had a little Summer Stage series leading up to the
Correct,
concert, right?
correct.
And,
And this, I just letting you know that this summer stage is going to be huge.
Yeah, this Summer Stage is gonna be a movie, or
Right.
they're gonna miss it, right? So some stunt one of them young artists pull. And I just go, so I gone. And I
know what's
just
coming
go.
next.
I go and run out because I don't know. This place mass up, fight. And when they say, oh, really? Okay. And I run in and I say, what? I run in on the studio and looking back, sit down. And when they just walk back and sit down, I'm like, yo. I was like, hey, that is not the same guy I know. Because if you walk on set with a bottle of water with a label on it,
Yeah.
But as it all comes, remember, I'm an older individual now.
I wish I didn't know you know. When I know you.
And it comes with this. It comes with age. It comes with maturity, and it comes with not trying to burst a blood vessel. You understand? No. You
Yeah.
understand? And two people in particular. I would probably say Ian Panton and Signal to Noise. I mean, they sat me down, and because the way those fellas talk is so calm.
Yeah. Signal calm, you know.
Yeah.
Signal talk you outside anything, you know.
Yeah,
So you really
yeah.
want all my money,
At
boy?
time I was eating a box of KFC, and next thing you know, Signal eating my box of KFC.
Yeah,
you know.
he could talk
I
you
don't know
outside.
how he get a box of KFC. You know. So I think I learned that from them, and I try to apply it to me. I mean, there are some circumstances where the old
Yeah,
1980,
yeah.
1990 when they go jump out.
Yeah. We'll get
But
down.
but the majority now,
Yeah.
calm.
There's some more voice notes coming in here, fridge man. I wonder if this fridge on me show for.
Like, and I wait to ask him about where artists must bust in Trinidad so before they go there.
Oh, why you said artists must bust here first?
Well, when I mean artists must bust, I was talking about not literally our Trinidadian artists, but a lot of Jamaicans, because they kind of view here as the country that is the mecca for really busing Jamaican artists. Because one, we spoil them. Trinidad and Tobago is the only country that these artists have that kind of money to perform. I'm not lying to you, Dread. I see artists that get 30,000 US here, and then in the States they get 3,000. Same amount of show, same length, same kind of thing. You understand? So, next thing I want to address for the same caller, we have a tendency to talk about DJs fighting you down. And, you know, they are playing my music and all that. Let me address this once and for all. Right? And who don't like it,
Old Wendell.
call me
Old Wendell.
or leave a intercourse in
No, well, call
Voice
him TNT. Call him, eh?
right?
Yeah.
You see this word fight down? I'm gonna tell you something. Nobody come in your room with a Glock
What?
and put it to your head and say, Carrie, I need you to become a soca singer.
Fair.
Right? We agree? Right. So nobody forces you to become a singer. Your journey towards stardom, that entails all of that. You understand? If the general public finds that your music is tutu, then it will not be requested.
Well, you sound like a kind of idea how the man is, right?
You understand?
No, I tell you, I don't see the change.
Then it will not. It's not that a DJ fighting you down.
Yeah.
Right.
You understand?
Right,
And at the
right.
end of the day, people out there, these DJs, they're working for an organization. The organization has program directors that these people need to take instructions from. And they will give you a playlist and blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, nobody force you to become no artist. So when you get that kind of thing about people are playing my music and playing that, and you know, they used to say, well, we don't know Soca Monarch again, and that was for the youth. Soca Monarch was never for the youths. When you go to Soca Monarch, was only the heavy hitters. Was Marshall, was Bungie, was Fian, was Sherwin Winchester.
Facts.
Was only the heavy hitters. This wasn't scouting for talent.
Whoa.
This was Soca Monarch.
Whoa.
When we did
Whoa.
Soca Star, that was a forum.
So that, yeah.
Soca Monarch was never.
The artists
A
are
forum.
we never heard.
Yeah.
Soca Monarch was never a forum for youngsters.
No, it wasn't.
It was for heavy hitters.
Heavy hitters. Because you're getting $2 million first prize. No.
It is true.
Now that you think about it,
Soca
right?
Monarch was only the big names.
Thank you. So we created Soca Star. We created Soca Star. So the winner from there now will get an opportunity to go into Soca Monarch. You understand? And all the winners from the Soca Monarchs, like Biggie, Irie, and this one, then they come, them so it's only the heavy hitters.
And then they want to change the thing.
And then they want to change it now.
and then they have nothing now.
And they have nothing now.
Nothing.
Well, I heard rumors.
Yeah.
that-
Rumors are
that,
spreading.
that it may be coming back. But I know they're not going to have no heavy hitters because no heavy hitters now
Won't want to take part. But
will want to take part.
no, I want to ask you so much about Soca Monarch, but I know it's a real touchy.
It's not a touchy thing for me. I
Not
will let
touchy for
know.
you, but it's a
Right.
touchy thing in the whole now. I don't
All right,
wanna-
go ahead.
I don't want to end up the Soca mule and everybody want to ride me.
No. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm not going ahead.
Oh,
but
you must have one question you want
I
to
have a lot of questions about
Okay.
Soca Monarch.
All right.
Did you or do you have a? Just so? Is that a repeat today? It end. All right. Hold on, TNT. This is very important as well.
Yes, the technology here is so advanced
Yeah.
that even, you know.
You hear what
Me
you
hearing
say?
back yourself real time.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just do this because I don't want to lose this. This one is very important. Yeah, we could. Oh, you think I have 4 hands there? No, I want to ask him. So come on, if I play out, then I go trim off.
All right.
Yeah. Do you think the structure of Soca Monarch should have changed after a while, or you had just now, I need to just sit back up all this and then focus because I can't do all them things together. Yeah, as a man, my teacher always telling me that. So, all right. So coming up the years, coming through the ranks of Soca Monarch, there was one particular format for quite some time, and then they split it into the groovy and soca. Were you
Power.
groovy
Yeah.
and power? Were you for that split?
I wasn't really for the split because I think Soca Monarch is Soca Monarch, right? I think because they have some groovy songs that will surpass a power song.
Right.
And they have some power songs that will surpass a groovy song. You know, at the end of the day, which is it? It's a monarch. It's not Soca Monarchs. It's a Soca Monarch competition, meaning one.
Yeah.
So there was no need to split that into two because it's groovy and then the pace and you understand what I'm saying?
But yeah,
That was just my personal view.
And you coming from that old school
Yeah.
understanding, because in the past it would have slower monarchs.
Yes, Biggie Irie.
Right.
Yeah, he
Biggie
was
Irie won
Barbados.
with the slow song.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Sherwin. You understand? And then Sherwin's had a win with power too. You understand what I'm saying? So
That's what voice would say.
Signal to noise, Chinese laundry. I can remember we was Chinese laundry followers. Why Chinese laundry used to keep the wickedest dirtbag derbies in Trinidad and Tobago. Why wickedest? Boom, boom, boom. DJ Irie, you know DJ Irie. I know DJ Irie personally.
What you call it, a dirt back?
Yeah,
What's a dirt back party?
somebody with a party a dirty back. Anyway.
Yeah, one next one here.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Wendell, very nice to hear you on the Boom Champions tonight, man. I don't know if you remember the voice. My first interaction was on 10 TV in Belmont. He was doing that show called 10 Talk. And you got some really high-profile artists for me to interview. We did several other shows as well. But I would love to do a live show with you on stage so I could get them cue cards by. Because these days, I write on my own cue cards.
Yeah.
So you see, a lot of the things that I do, people tend to take for granted.
Yeah.
You know, and that's all part of the learning process and the professionalism that I learned abroad. That I kind of brought to, you know.
Chinese lunch here, boy, Monday night from the Oval, straight to tongue. Real badness.
Hey, Mr. Wendell, very nice.
All right, brother. All right. Wendell,
Yeah.
so it's about that time.
Right.
We're gonna bring on the curtains hour now.
All right, no problem.
Thank you so much for coming through, passing through, bro.
I appreciate it, brother.
And you
I appreciate it.
definitely need to return.
You
because
just let me know
we
the
gotta
time and
dissect it.
place. Right.
So we do the introduction. This is the
Right.
introduction.
Right, so
here.
we
Right.
know who we're talking to.
Right.
when
We know we're talking to
Let's
now.
dissect some of the events.
We're going down the
Yes, we
show.
want to
So,
dive into some of those
so you
events.
talk about crisscross in the stadium.
Right?
Yeah.
Barrington leaving the stadium, snow in the stadium. Well, that was the first time the entire stadium, first time they saw porter floors. The whole place was white. That was the first time that was introduced because you couldn't stand up on the grass. Right? Chinese Laundry did that show. You understand?
Okay.
Some huge shows, and then the one where screens were now starting to bring, you know, starting to now be seen in events, screens on the side. And I think it was Elephant Man or Bounty Killer, one of them curse. One of them didn't get paid and didn't show up. And Elephant Man, well, I was already seeing what was going on. So I tell the host, I say, listen, or they just take an exit or they walk to the car park. Because I don't know what's going to get dropped here already. So Elephant Man come and say, good night, we're not performing if they lock up so-and-so. Well, that was it there. Screen set and mash up, thing. And you know who did that show? He no longer does show, but it's Mr. Roy Maraj.
Right.
Roy Maraj. He was responsible for a lot of the downtown fets.
Okay.
You familiar with when I say downtown?
Yeah.
So what is the only surviving downtown fet?
Oh, only surviving now? I don't want to say because that is not downtown, but Wassa will definitely be a downtown.
We didn't do Wassa last year and year before.
No, I'm not saying what
It
surviving
was a- it
according
was-
downtown.
No, so what? Army.
Army,
is
alright.
now
I
Army
wanna
gets
say-
so
Yeah,
Plus
'cause
no.
I had Prosecco in Army last year,
Yeah.
so I don't want to call it downtown.
but the shows like Army, Wassa,
licensing.
Customs,
Fire.
licensing.
Yeah.
You know when we bring Vibes Cartel for licensing.
So what Roy up to now these days?
I think he's in Florida enjoying life.
Oh, you're outside.
Yeah,
I was not
outside.
going to ask you for a number for Roy.
Nah.
Because...
I can give you Ian Panton number if you want for
I
management.
have Ian Patton number and the email. All you do is, you have to talk.
You know what you need to do? Call him over there and go and sit down and have some Java
Yeah,
around the savannah.
yeah.
He you know he has a store, Java, like an espresso.
Yeah, I know the vibes.
Real nice.
Nah, but I'm not really into that.
Oh.
Man, this, no.
No, but-
The boy looking in the front.
Yeah, you can like carry, but carry a bigger clothes.
No, but Carrie. Carrie, I can't think.
But I'll carry. I want to say to you, I mean, I know you're true, you know, having Smooth on Synergy TV doing the Friday Night Live, and you've come a long way. And over here, you know Rab,
Nah, you can
Yo,
never
let me
hear
go up the road.
Which is
all
good.
right, good. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you for having me, and see you guys next week
You don't know,
or
brother.
whenever.
Love
It
in
was
the
nice.
house.
It
Love
was
in the
nice.
house.
Right.
See you soon, bro.
Yeah.
Right? Guys, you're going for a short commercial break. When we come back, too much more right here, Vibes and Vibes. You know how we do it. It's Thursday, so we got some old school jams for you. All right? Keep it locked.
All right, Junior, you ready?
All right, Timothy.
Okay, big voice, go.
Echoes of Ieri, Yuma Band launch for Carnival 2025.
Yo, big voice. Love me a little bit there. Yeah, nice. All here, Junior Lee here. Yuma's official director of Vibes, telling you about Echoes of Ieri. Yuma's